Hello, everyone. This is PE 582, Unit 7, Interview with God video response. Getting right into it, reflect on and enjoy the Interview with God video presentation. As you read the words and listen to the music, identify the phrase that is most meaningful to you. The music was pretty good and soothing, definitely godly like. It was definitely, it puts you in a thinking, um, rational thinking mode, kind of like, you want to make sure that you're making the right decisions, you're really focusing in. I thought it was pretty good. Um, Identify the phrase and explain how and why it impacted you. That's number one. Number two is, how does this phrase support you in your coaching, teaching, athletic fitness training, and or administration? And number three, provide encouragement, support to your college, provide and encourage support to your colleagues in the class in the final weeks of this term. All right. So getting right into the first part of it, um, I think the interview was pretty good because we all respect our God or our higher being, and in that, it's definitely important to hear their perspective on what they had to say. So I thought the interview was pretty phenomenal from that standpoint. I mean, if I had a chance to talk to God, I probably don't know what to ask, but to have an interview with him would be a wonderful thing. The questions were perfect, and the responses that he gave back were, I think, pretty terrific also. For me, what caught my eye or my ear was forgiveness, being in the moment, and enjoying life. Um, to learn to forgive by practicing forgiveness. That was one of the phrases that I thought that was important. And the way it reflects to not only just my professional life, but my personal life is, we do a lot of things, and our students and family members do a lot of things that, we have to endow it, take in, and forgive, and then turn the other cheek, and and sometimes those things become difficult after they do it over and over and over again. And just to have that kind heartedness, that great spirit to accept those faults and then continue to push on and try and make really good decisions after that is the tough part, because that same situation may reoccur, or something else may happen, and then you have to forgive again. And sometimes people get to a point where they don't want to forgive. And God, He forgives all the time. I don't care what you do. I mean, He's always in a forgiving sense. And I think that's where we, as individuals and humans, we stop forgiving after a point in time. And like I said, for my student athletes, they're coming to us with a bunch of different situations, and they're going to make more issues, and learning how to forgive them over and over and over again kind of like helps build them into a sense of trust in us. And also it gives them a better understanding, like, maybe I need to do something to change myself. Coach is giving me a lot of chances. Most of the time the teams, they see it, they helping with those decisions, and they like, hey, well, maybe I have to reflect on myself and do some different things. So those things are really good and helpful, and that really hit home for me. The next one was to learn. I know it's only one, but I got like two more. To learn that it only takes a few seconds to open profound wounds in those they love. Yes, it is, and it can take many years to heal them. And again, let's say we're working together. Sometimes the people that are close to you get hurt the most because they've been through with you, they've been through the ups and downs, and they know those intimate situations. And sometimes we lash at them, and as we lash at them, we probably hurt them more than we know we do, because they're for me as an assistant, I know that when you have your head coach, you try and have his back as much as possible, and you don't want anything to jeopardize the program or his livelihood. And as you do that, maybe that there's a situation where the coach comes back and lashes at you for not doing something wrong, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute, maybe we did 7 things right, and then that eighth one you made a mistake, and then you got hammered for it. And that's one that we have to be a little bit more mindful of when we're dealing with our student athletes and when we're dealing with our assistants and our coaches and our ads, because there's a time where they get tired of hearing things over and over again. They want more solutions and more winning. So I try to make sure that this quote was big because I really try to make sure that I am aware of everybody, their personalities, and their characters, and I try to approach them accordingly. The last one I got was to learn that there are people who love them dearly but simply do not yet know how to express or show their feelings. And this is something huge because most of the times we try to put that mask on because we don't want to show our feelings or feel vulnerable. But sometimes, it takes a big person to do that, because when you do that, you let another person's guard down and another person's guard down, and then maybe that information that you need to communicate, it comes off more smoothly than having that face up and you don't know exactly how to approach a person. And those are some really, really unique qualities for a coach, a head coach, anybody to have, administrator, because you want to be in a position where you want to be approachable. When you're not approachable, then things start happening, and then distance comes in between you and situations, and then people don't come to you as often. You want to have an approachable, I want to say, face, approachable aura, so now you can get all the information that you need so you and your program can be successful. And my last one was, you learn to forgive people, but you got to forgive yourself too. I have a big problem with that. Sometimes I feel like I'm so hard on myself because some of the mistakes and decisions I make, they affect so many people, and it's like sometimes you have to reflect also and say, hey, well, maybe you made the right decision right now for this young man and for yourselves, because one bad apple can spoil a bunch. Now, if you're in the profession, and in locker rooms are pretty serious. If you get two bad kids talking really bad and reckless about the program coaches, that stuff starts entering other people's ears, and maybe they start backlashing and talking back and stuff like that, and you don't want that. And maybe sometimes you may have to get rid of that bad apple to help you and your program be successful, and then you probably will see more of the fruits of your labor. Encouragement to the class, guys. You've been awesome. Keep fighting. Keep working really, really hard. This has been a tough class for me back in school after 20 years, and then now, I'm writing papers and taking tests, and a lot of busy work, and it's good. Don't give up. Don't give up. If you have that moment where you feel like you're giving up, remember why you started. I have a bunch of quotes on my door now, things that that's going to help me in the morning in this up and coming year, and I'm excited. So keep working hard, keep fighting, and do your best. Thank you. Bye.